Hi, Annadette. Who else do we have here today? I'm in Minnesota with my dad. You guys have never seen my dad, but now you know where I get my nose from.
Yeah.
My mom's got a kind of a bigger, longer Norwegian nose.
Yeah, we have a mixed marriage. She's Norwegian and I'm Swedish.
Yeah, wow, that's really diverse.
Yeah.
So I'm doing well. You guys have seen me do a Q&A with my mom a couple of times, and a few of you who knew I was coming back to Minnesota to visit asked me to do a Q&A with my dad.
Okay.
So he's here. So
Hello.
I'm going to wait for your questions.
Okay.
So I can read the questions as they come in, and then I'll ask them to you.
Okay.
So, but is there anything that you want to say? Hi, Jarrell. Anything that you've been wanting to say to my fans?
Well, I'm glad you have my daughter to watch, and it's impressive to me.
Hi, Lily. Hi, Derek. So, anything that might be some little story about my childhood or anything about me that you remember that you might want to share, that might be a little special piece of something.
Well, this area, we're not far from the Federal Highway 169, and the thing I wanted to share with you is that highway was an area at one time there wasn't pavement, it was a dirt road, and my grandfather herded 100 wild Mustang horses that were dropped off at the terminal in Belle Plaine, and they went 60 miles with them, and they made their living by breaking wild horses to pull farm machinery. So think how old I am if I remember some of this. It's part of our oral tradition.
So my dad is older, and I remember, he's a lot older, and I remember in high school being embarrassed how old my dad was, because all of my friends in high school had parents in their 40s.
Yeah.
And we would go to like fast food places or whatever restaurants, and my dad would ask for the senior discount.
Yeah.
And then I would get so embarrassed. I'd be like, Dad, stop asking for the senior discount. So I was kind of embarrassed about that, but my mom is his second marriage, so he already had a life, had a family, had a marriage, had a baby on the way. So after his wife and baby passed away, I mentioned that on one of the live streams.
Okay.
So I don't know if anybody's on here when I talked about.
Well, I remember being old, and
you remember being old?
Well, I'm still old. I'm older. Okay, we went to a program at the high school where we had to do the kick. What was that called?
Yes, we did a dance recital, and we had to do a father-daughter dance, and he had to wear a top hat, and had all the dads were in white shirts and bow ties and black pants.
And I was embarrassed because the guy they had me dance with, or do
next to, because we were you guys were in a lineup.
We did the kick, and here I'm that little short fat guy, and this guy was a tall, handsome college professor, and it was the dwarf and the giant together.
I have a photo of that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna look for that. I'm gonna put that on something somewhere. So I thought you told me at one point you were 5'6" or 5'7", but yesterday I heard you admit you were 5'4" when you graduated
from
high school.
High school, yeah. Now I'm 5'2".
Yeah. So when I tell you guys I'm taller than my parents, I am.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you need a script for Dhar Mann? Yes, they give you the scripts. Will your dad ever want to go to Malaysia and Singapore?
Oh, no. The big trip for me would be 12 miles down the road to Mankato.
Hi, Rodrigo.
And then I'm scared to death driving those new roundabouts that we have here in Minnesota,
Oh, yeah.
I shut my eyes and go through them, It'd be okay if they drove sensibly, but they hit those roundabouts about 40 miles an hour. And I know I'm not supposed to stop, but I'm all tensed up when I go through a roundabout.
You've always kind of been nervous to drive.
Well, that could be.
I remember when we would drive up to Minneapolis, you'd be biting your knuckles till they were calloused. You'd be like, I'm driving in the cities where there's cars.
Yeah.
Hi, Lizzie. Frank wants to know what was your profession before.
Well,
So he just actually retired a few years ago.
Yeah. Well, I've had many professions. The first one that I really remember, believe it or not, I was a Class A agent with the U.S. Intelligence Service. I had both a secrets and a cosmic clearance. And all that means is that you have to do scary things.
What is a cosmic clearance? I've never heard of that.
Well, it's an acronym for you're privy to the secrets of the NATO armies. So, and then, you know, I did a lot of clerical work and things like that. But sometimes I'd have to go out on a run with a briefcase. And
not knowing the contents of the briefcase he was delivering.
You never touch a courier duty, I guess that's what it was called. And then we always carried a 38 detective special. We were wearing civilian clothes. And one time I remember being in Sweden, and back then they didn't have drones or anything like that.
So those of you who asked if he's ever been overseas, he just mentioned being in Sweden. He's been in a lot of places.
But 14 countries. And
way more travel than me.
But anyway, I got cornered one time at a briefcase in a dark alley, and this guy, he got within 10, 12 feet of me. I knew I was being followed, so I ducked in there, and I was wearing civilian clothes and everything, and he had that mean look on his eye, just like in the movies, and I opened my sports jacket and I put my hand on the revolver and I said, it wouldn't be healthy for you to follow me.
Can you imagine this guy saying that?
It wasn't anything like James Bond or anything like that.
You put your hand on your 38 special and said it wouldn't be wise for you to follow me. I think that's pretty James Bondish. I think that's...
It wouldn't be healthy. But anyway, when I was in Sweden, now the Swedish people are allies, and you know, you don't go photograph their stuff. So I had left the group I was with, it was a tourist group, and I went up the side of a mountain, and when I got to the top, there was a stone fence, and then 2 abandoned houses, and I looked down 1,500 feet to the fjord below, and there was a submarine loading out of a mountain. Part of that mountain had been hollowed out. Oh, look at this.
Oh no, my brother's here. Yeah. Oh my God. You're like how many hours early? I'm in the middle of doing a live stream with Dad right now.
Come in and sit behind us.
Do not come in here with that cigarette in your mouth. Yuck. Oh my gosh, I think we have a surprise visit by my brother and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
We're actually live on YouTube right now. Okay.
You can sit behind us here.
Oh God, this is gonna be trouble.
Yeah.
Here comes trouble. And his person that whips him in line, right?
That's the one.
Okay.
Good Lord.
Okay, so I never thought I was gonna do a live stream with you. This is my brother Tim, who my son Timothy is named after. This is
he can be annoying sometimes.
You think?
Yeah.
So, hello, people are saying hi. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, is it Retief? Good morning, Sonic fan. Hi, Elena. Hi, Brittany. Elena, thank you for the gift. Hey, James. Hey, Legal World. Was your dad with your tap dance? It wasn't a tap dance that you did, right?
It was a high kick dance.
High kick, so it was like what the chorus girls do.
Yeah, absolutely.
With their legs.
And now a little short guy like me, side by side with this handsome, tall college professor. I mean,
you felt inadequate.
Yes, and everyone was laughing except me.
Oh God, he's bringing a cucumber. My dad grew this in his garden.
Yeah.
So. This is going to be a really weird live stream. I'm sorry. You see why people don't want you to don't want you to know about their family? Yeah. We want to keep the illusion of the Hollywood actress, and then I've got this going on.
Yeah.
Okay, Tim Foster. So Lily wrote your name in Chinese. You read that?
Ni hao.
Lily.
Ni hao ma. 我很好很忙，今天我啤酒请到好了好了嘛。
So Lily is one of my Chinese fans. She actually lives in Australia right now, and I was telling her how you speak Chinese,
Yeah.
and you were able to order. Okay, Legal World. I don't know what to do, Catherine, but there was a lady who was so rude to me on YouTube, and she started backing her. You just have to ignore the rude people. Just ignore the rude people. If you don't have to spend daily life with them. Oh my God, they said you could be the next Jim Carrey. Don't encourage him.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Oh, Angela said, heads up, there's a bully on your live stream.
Yeah.
Well, let's just delete the bully comments and move on. You guys don't take it to heart. If you see somebody post something mean, just ignore it. Brothers are supposed to be strange. I have one myself, Elena says. So Brittany is only 4 hours away from us in Iowa right now.
Yeah.
If you want to grab a folding chair, you can. Or you could just go in the house. That would be fine with me, too.
I've been seeing the highway for an hour. So.
Oh, okay. You weren't supposed to come till 1. What are you doing here? Okay.
Yeah.
So how did your dad come up with your names? They want to know how you came. You named me, I know. Did you
Yeah.
name him
Well,
too?